going today? Are you excited? Excited? What are you bringing in? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. We're here for for the third day in a row. It's been already such a transformational journey, right? Like I feel it myself. I feel it in you. I feel it with like every time that you have been showing up and leaning in and sharing your breakthroughs. Wow, it's been incredible. So how are you feeling it? Like leaning in and practicing all the exercises and this new mindset. Hello, beautiful Juliet. I would love to read you. So please use the chat to share. What are you bringing in today? How are you feeling? Are you excited? Debbie shared something really shifted yesterday. Wow. Yeah, yesterday was powerful because you could think like we did a very simple practice, but actually really approaching your body as this divine vessel where energy, life force energy flows through every single time, and just with the power of intention you can like just empower more, right? Like the personal power, this fire, and use that fire to alchemize anything that doesn't serve you, to really bring you in this space of personal power, of self-leadership. Which, by the way, I shared on the Telegram a little mini astro reading for the energy that's present. So I invite you to tune in. It's like a 5-minute recording that really summarizes a little bit what is it that we've been experiencing at a collective level, and of course individual level, right? These days with the full moon in Aries and all the eclipses, it's been bringing up a lot of like topics around how we lead ourselves and how we also relate with others. So invitation to go there and yeah, just listen to that read because I feel it's gonna be very enlightening, and I look forward to hearing how that lands as well. So let me read in the chat. So excited, Juliet. Turn off the volume here. Debbie shares, not only have I been humming or singing before meetings, but throughout my day, I'm using my voice to express myself and allow myself to be silly or powerful or beautiful, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. Yeah, celebrating you. That's massive. Yeah. More of that, more of that. I also notice it's easier to talk about things I want when I express my voice in the ways we have without logic. It helps me find my voice when I'm talking about something logical. Amazing! And this is like proof that we can get to go into this other polarity, which is something that we're going to be talking about today, right? And trusting that with using like the right portion of the mind, you can even like empower more the message that you're bringing about, no? The things that you're sharing with your voice, you know, using, yes, that part of the logic, but also what about becoming that full-blown channel? What about trusting that it is not really about what you are saying. It is about the energy that you put into what you're saying and how much you trust that everything that is coming through you is serving a purpose, even if your logical mind cannot understand it. So this is really the power of trusting the channel, and that's why I always talk about opening the channel and trusting the channel when I work with voice, because it is not only about what is the physical voice that you generate. It is about how you're allowing life to penetrate you, and how are you allowing things to just like flow through you, so you can be this divine instrument, right? This divine vessel for something that's bigger than yourself. So what we're gonna be doing today as well will amplify and strengthen even more the trust that we have in our channel. So I'm excited for day 3. Joanna shares power and magic. I want to have these faces forever in my life. Yay! Well, Joanna, you already have 3 months like from now on to work together. So that's like, you have that assured until 2025. So thank you so much for these beautiful words. Oh, amazing. Okay. Lovely. So let's dive deep into day 3. But before we do it, I have a little exercise we want us to do today. I just felt the call to start opening up the space today with some singing. So shall we do it? So I have a very simple song that I started channeling this morning and singing. And every time that I do that, it's like, okay, it's like the universe saying, okay, you have to bring this song to the space. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm listening. I don't even have to try or force anything because it just comes through, right? So this morning I started to sing this song, and I felt the call to bring it here and invite you to sing it along with me, just to open up the energetic space, just to start using our voices to connect with our heart, to connect with our womb, and also to connect with like this connection that we already have by nature with cosmic consciousness, which is something that we're going to be exploring a little bit more today. So I'm just going to put the lyrics on the chat. It's a very simple song. It's only like 4 different verses. I don't know if you've ever sung that before, but it is this song that says, "We'll come from the goddess, and to her we shall return, like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean." Yeah, I see some faces of excitement. Johanna knows it. Okay, so I managed to just like pull some chords with the ukulele for the song, like literally 10 minutes ago. So I'm just gonna play it along, and you can sing with me. Okay, so I'm gonna be I love it. Love to see your excitement in your faces. I'm gonna be singing it first, and then you can just like at your own pace, yeah, just follow along. Find also like your own tone, the one that feels juicy, that feels good for you. You don't have to match my tone. You don't have to sound like me. You just find your own voice and your own way of connecting with your beautiful instrument. Okay, so here you have the lyrics, and it's just a matter of keep repeating it. So it goes like this, the melody. Yeah, let's take a deep breath together first. We start using our voices, opening the mouth to release any tension in the jaw. With every exhale, and from this space, you can just close your eyes and listen first, and then you can come join me. We'll come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. Sing along. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Gee, flowing through the ocean. Come on, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing through the ocean. Well done! How was it? How did you experience the feeling of singing this beautiful song? I feel so relaxed. I feel so connected now, so at peace. I hope that you can feel that as well. Or whatever that came through you, it's perfect. So connected to all of you. Yes, I feel that connection as well. It's been very beautiful to share this container together. Like we've created a very beautiful, loving space, and yeah, it's divine. Oh God, I'm feeling so good now. Relaxed, connection, love, and power. Amazing. I love that. I love that. So did you know the song, or is it the first time you heard it? Yeah, Juliet knows it as well. Amazing. Well, I invite you to, I think it's already on YouTube, and yeah, it's just a mantra that I love to listen to when I want to connect with this energy that's higher above or within, or however you want to call it, with the Divine Mother, and it's, yeah, very healing. So today I felt it was very just all divinely guided to bring this energy into the space. Okay. Day 3 of Beyond Voice. So just doing a little bit of a recap, right? Of what is it that we have been experiencing this week? What is it that we have been leaning in? So first day, we went into just observing a little bit more what was our speaking voice and what is the energy that we infused in the way that we were communicating, the way in which we were expressing, the way in which we were talking to people, or just like recording a video or showing up in whatever space, right? So really looking into, okay, when are we talking from the mind and versus when we're talking from the heart, and how we can access that and bridge that gap is always just leaning into the body, right? Leaning into using the divine instrument that we have, which is our voice, to use the vibrations that we can produce as the healing tool that allows us to just drop deeper into this inner wisdom, this inner sense of conviction and knowingness that we are always this divine channel, right? So how to use the voice as well as this instrument for this vibrational surgery. I love to call it like that because it really is like vibrational surgery to me, using voice as this healing instrument. So we all had like breakthroughs, right, on how the energy changes when we are speaking from what the mind thinks that you should be communicating versus when you're so connected to yourself and your truth and who you are that you just don't even think about it. You just like pour words through and they end up creating an incredible impact in the world. Like all of us felt the shivers, no, like the chills in the body when we were witnessing each other in that expression that felt so empowered and so embodied and so sovereign, right? And this is where we want to be 24/7, right? Like this is the state that we want to cultivate, knowing that it's not about planning or figuring things out from the mind. It's about trusting more and connecting more with ourselves and what is this truth, and allowing our voices to be that channel for that truth. Juliet, I've had a runny nose since I've gone deeper into my singing. Is it because the physical channels, nose, ear, throat are opening up? Excuse the basic anatomy, but if someone has insights, I'm all for it. Yes, that's amazing. Of course, probably there's like emotions like that have been stored in all the cavities and all the elements that are, you know, related to voice production, which of course it has a lot to do with breathing, because actually the same conducts that you use in your body for singing are the same ones that you use for breathing. And I was like, okay, yes, that's like, yes, it is basic anatomy, but we don't have that awareness, right? And that is why it's so relevant as well to learn what is the process behind voice and what are the different elements that play a role. Of course, everything is interconnected, and there's this fascia that connects the whole body and all the nervous system that connects the whole body and sends information to one thing and the other. But it's like knowing this, knowing that, you know, it's actually the same the same structure that uses the same things to produce voice and to breathe. How incredible is that? It makes a lot of sense, right? Even like conceptually, energetically, it's just breath, it's spirit, it's life force energy moving through you. So knowing this is game changer, and that is why as well inside the calling I have the first module that's just about tackling the anatomy and the physics of voice, so we can become even more aware of what is it that makes up the voice and how can I produce healthier and stronger voice, knowing what are the muscles involved, knowing what is the awareness in the posture that I should always have into account when using my voice, when singing, when speaking. So this is like crucial and definitely like the first step of this journey of awakening to your voice, realizing how voice is produced at a physical and anatomically level, because that's like the first step. So I love that you brought that into the space, because Juliet, it makes a lot of sense. And of course it's just showing you, yeah, that there's an energy moving, there is a healing happening. You don't have to understand it from the mind, you know, and it's just like, okay, what else? Like just moving that energy, singing, like using the same practices that you've been using, and really you will notice the difference in a couple of days for sure. Maybe that's this stored emotion that has been released from you because you've been using voice in a different way, right? And every time that we do something new, there's this like edge of not feeling comfortable with it, or maybe like emotions coming up, or a lot of like old memories coming up. A lot could be coming up, right, when you start selling into voice. And that's why this is a profound and healing work that in between, as we know. So thanks for sharing, sister. Alexia shares, I have been crying almost all day today. I think the vibration from humming and just letting my voice come out without judgment has really touched some stagnant energies that needed to come up and clear. Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and like voice really holds a lot of memory as well, especially from our childhood years, from our teenage years, like all the times that we could not speak, that we didn't feel safe to speak, that we did not let ourselves to be who we were because we thought that we wouldn't be loved or accepted. It's the voice is related to all these wounds as well that we all carry from other points in our lives when we didn't have that courage or didn't know how to be or show up in the world, where we thought that we had to comply to other people's beliefs or ways of living in order to be loved and accepted and to belong. So that is why it's so important when working with voice to really see, okay, what are the subconscious beliefs still orbitating in your psyche, in your subconscious, because this is still conditioning as well, how you show up and how you use your voice and how you communicate and how you express yourself. So this profound work, and I can assure you, just like humming every time that you're feeling any emotion that you don't know how to cope with, just humming is already doing the work for you. So also it's great to understand from the mind what could be the thing that has been moving, but ultimately you can just trust in your body that by moving the energy, the stagnant energy, things will just keep clearing out. And this is the power of working with your own body and your medicine. So I celebrate you for leaning in, even though the emotions coming up, for showing up today as well, and bringing this energy into the space. That's beautiful. Okay. So just doing the recap, yesterday we went into, a little bit more, connecting a little bit more with the fiery energy. Okay, what happens when, yes, we use our voices and we're just becoming more embodied in how we use our voice. We trust a little bit more our voice. We know that this is a loving, a safe space where we can come in and share with the sisters and be heard and be held and be supported. But what happens when you start using your voice in connection to your center for manifestation, for your center of power, and really looking into, okay, there is like all this pool of possibilities that I can create with in my life, that I can create in my reality, and everything stems from my sacral. Okay, let's use that energy as fuel then to show up more powerfully, to step into our own leadership, to just show up truly as we are, and to also use that fire to alchemize whatever energy is not serving you anymore. So truly these, like really integrating this into your day-to-day and how you use your voice. You don't even have to move if you cannot do it, maybe in a setting where you cannot, you can always do anything you want in this world. It's just the mind that tells us that we cannot stand up and dance anywhere, but you can actually do it if you want to. But if you don't feel safe to do so, maybe, you could even meditate on bringing this energy of your womb, this fire, alchemical energy, up through the heart, always filtering with the unconditional love of your heart, and then out through the throat. So this is just like sort of like meditation that you can also do to circulate that energy, right? And to let all this life force energy flow through you and help you empower yourself more in your truth, in your authentic expression. So, as women, as we already talked about yesterday, really knowing this and uncovering the power that is unleashed when we connect with our center of life force energy, which is our womb, just changes everything, like automatically as well. It's like the humming, right? Like it creates a before and after in your life, because you start seeing the positive impact of you just using the vibrations of your voice to regulate yourself and to regulate your nervous system. And how magic is that? It's the same. We all have like this pool of possibilities in stored in our body, in the different ways that we can use it, in the different ways of being more present, and we get to use that for our good and for our health and for our well-being. So this is really the message that I wanted to communicate and to transmit to you, and I'm really happy that that landed, that you could experience the shift of the energy in the way that you use your voices. So I absolutely love every single share that you have been sharing in the Telegram group and here. It's absolutely incredible the transformation that can happen just when you put the intention and have this commitment of showing up, right? Without even having to do more, just showing up, doing the work, and boom, that's it. I love that. And Debbie sharing, during a Reiki session this morning, I felt my sacral chakra covered up, and when I used breath and visualized it releasing through my throat, I felt like I was brushing off all the dirt, blocking my sacral chakra from shining. Yes! That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. And that's the thing, right? When we just channel that energy through the heart, of course, we have the center of willpower, which is our solar plexus, and it's, close to the heart. So when we use that fire to, like clear out and release, we also allow ourselves to shine more brightly and to take up space more powerfully and say, this is who I am, just showing up, like radiating my essence, and whoever that does not like it, it's their problem and their own insecurities and their own fears, but it's not my responsibility to even care about it, So this is like, a new level of embodiment that starts to happen when you really lean into, being this master of creating, this flow of energy freely through your body. So I celebrate you for that. That's incredible. Well done. From my womb, I would breathe in and then release through the throat. Exactly. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that you're already like going in and integrating this into your days. That's incredible. And that was the purpose of really like creating this experience and this live immersion, that you could get to experience it firsthand and experience in yourself, in your body, what is the power that you already have. I'm just here reminding you that this has always been there. And now we just get to remember this ancestral wisdom. So I'm absolutely loving every single share, and I celebrate you all big time. That's incredible. Okay, so what I have in store for you today is something that, after having gone through this journey of observing a little bit more our voice, seeing what is the energy that's behind our voice, what emotions come up as well when we show up and take up space in sisterhood and say, okay, this is who I am, presenting ourselves, introducing ourselves, singing in front of others, moving in front of others, sharing our radiance in front of others, expressing ourselves authentically in front of others. After observing that and really understanding and remembering how we can use this life force energy to channel through the base, right, from Mother Earth, like this is like the ancestral energy of the earth flowing through us up, right? What we're going to be doing today is just exploring the other opposite of this energy. Instead of, channeling this energy from the base, we're going to be experiencing what does it feel like to be the channel from above. So just to put it like very graphically, right? So of course everything is connected, and as below so above, but we have this divine human vessel and we're just exploring new ways of using it, right? And to really become the co-creators of our own reality. So today what we're going to be doing is to consciously create a bigger antenna where we can receive like cosmic information from above that then we can communicate out through the womb as well, through the throat. So I know that actually I think all of you were already inside the free masterclass on Introduction to Light Language, and there we talked a lot about, okay, what is this practice? What is it that it brings us and how it can support us? Okay, so I wanted to bring this practice in this space because I truly believe in its power to help us strengthen more the divine channel that we are, and to trust more in the fact that we are always messengers of the divine, even when we are not even aware of it. Even when we are not trying to be one, we are one. And in my own journey, really using light language as this cosmic spiritual healing practice to trust more my voice, it's really marked a turning point in the way I've been showing up, in the way that I've been trusting my own desires, in the way that I have been expressing my truth, not only online and sharing my message with the world, but also my relationships. Because once you see and you witness what this divine expression that do not make sense for the logical mind, how that affects others positively and the healing effect that it causes on others, you start seeing and wondering, okay, maybe this is working. Maybe there is something there for me to actually embrace more of. Maybe I don't need to have it all figured out all the time to actually create change in the world. And how many of you have experienced at some point just, I don't know, all of a sudden sharing something that you were not planning to share with someone, or like telling a story that you had never told to anyone before? And you're like, I don't know why that came through, but I just felt the call to do it and I didn't even have to think about it. I just knew I had to act on it and express it. That is the feeling of you being a channel, and we are always divine channels. Again, even if we're not aware of it, we're constantly being this divine vessel, right? Information comes through from above, from below, from each other. It's just constant motion. So we are always channels. We're always channels. And really, it's just a matter of embracing that fact and anchoring it more so you can even trust more the channel that you are. And especially for us women who are here on this healing journey, on this journey of uncovering our soul's gifts, our medicine, so we can build our movement or build our business or share our medicine with the world. We are constantly communicating. We are constantly sharing and expressing things out into the world. We are constantly using our voices to support others, right? And in this journey, one of the most important things that you can be doing is to actually unlock more of this trust that you have in your channel. Because, most of the times, and I explain that from my own lived experience, most of the times you can be, for example, before a masterclass, you can be figuring things out and like reading the bullet points and what is it that you want to say, the main things. You can have even a script ready. I used to have scripted everything that I did, and I've been running events and like speaking in front of thousands of people for a very long time. And I used to have to know it all by heart because I didn't trust that I would make it right otherwise. And even if I had it all scripted and I just memorized it all because I was best student honors at my class always because I knew how to memorize everything, then I would still show up and I would feel like I didn't do it good. I didn't do it well. I didn't do it well enough, right? So even when you try to control things and micromanage your message and have it already, if you're doing it from that super logical space, it's never going to be enough because for the mind and for the ego, what you're communicating, what you're expressing, it's never going to be enough, right? And let me know if that resonates with you. But definitely for me at the beginning, when I was very anxious and I didn't fully trust my voice and I didn't fully trust the channel that I was always like second guessing if I did it good. I was like self-doubt. I had a lot of self-doubt because I fully didn't trust that anything that would come out from me would bring value. And this is one of the key pillars of this journey of awakening to your voice. Realizing that the value that you provide is just your presence, it's just your frequency. Like people just being in your space, people just being in your frequency are already receiving value because you are the value. And of course, this is the main work that we came here to do as women, right? Like reawakening the sense of worth and value and realizing that it's not about doing more. It's really not about doing more. It's about being more and embracing more of who we are. But of course, we gotta see the value in our frequency, in our time, in our energy, in everything that we are. And until we don't see that value for ourselves, your mind is gonna try and like make you do all the things, like make you have everything scripted, everything super crystal clear before you enter your class, or everything super, I don't know, figured out in your head before having an important conversation. But can you actually trust that once you connect with your heart, whatever that comes through is going to be perfectly aligned and divinely guided? And this is what we're going to be working on today, on really showing up in a way that the logical mind does not understand. But turns out it brings about healing with the rest of the people. It brings about transformation, brings about breakthroughs, it brings about visions for everyone who witnesses you on that expression. We are the medicine indeed. We are the medicine. My energy is value. My energy is value. Can we all please like fully anchor that? Like, I'm done with having to do more. I'm done with having to pretend I'm not someone who I'm not. It's like, let's just get rid of that shit because it's time. Claiming it now, it's time. I'm getting all the full body chills. It's time. Yeah, we're valuable just for being who we are, and we now see that value and we see the value of our frequency. And today what we're going to be exploring is, okay, what is one of these expressions of this unique frequency that you have? And in the same way that each frequency that you hold is going to be different when you talk, because clearly everyone produces a different type of voice, in a different tone, in a different range, in a different rhythm. everyone's voice is as unique as your fingerprint, right? And that is because the harmonics in your voice are different. It's like a specific unique combination that do not exist in the whole of the world. And this is something I teach as well inside the calling on the metaphysics of voice and really understanding what voice is made of and why, like actually the science as well on why it's so unique, right? So this is truly something that we have to anchor. Like we all have this unique frequency. And the reason why I created this space is so that we could just anchor even more the fact that yes, that's the truth. And yes, I'm experiencing it in my body. And yes, I am also witnessing in the other sisters. I see her frequency as divine and unique, even though it's different than my own frequency. And just by experiencing that firsthand, we anchor the fact of how precious our frequency is. So, are you excited? I haven't even told what we're going to be doing, but I have the feeling you might already know where this is going. Okay, so you guessed it right. My intention for us today is that we lean into light language and we take up the space sharing this beautiful divine expression with the rest. So as we've done these past days, we're going to be sharing one by one whatever that is coming through us and really like opening up to be that channel and really trusting and anchoring this truth that even though what you are communicating, what you're being a channel for is not something that you can comprehend on a logical, rational level, trusting, because it's a matter of trust. You have to trust first before you do it, right? It's like everything. You don't have to do something until you do it for the first time and then you're like, oh wait, that worked. that shit works. Okay, maybe I should do more of that, no? And that's how we build the muscle of trust as well, in leaning in and doing things that feel maybe edgy or that are just new. Of course, the mind will freak out because the ego doesn't want change, because it puts in a position where you become someone new, and that's like uncomfortable. Going into the unknown is comfortable, but you know, the more we lean into doing uncomfortable things, the more we learn how to master fear and turn it into fuel and turn every painful situation in life into gold and into wisdom and into all the good things, right? So it's really like holding that duality and still choosing to lean in because you know and you trust that there is something waiting for you on the other side. So today we're going to be opening up to be channels for these cosmic transmissions that we just intuitively feel the call to share. As you know already, there's like many, probably I don't know if you've been geeking a little bit on light language, but there's many ways of looking at it, of understanding it, of perceiving it. You know, I personally love to do my research on it, and I love to share with other people and see the differences. And wow, some people really resonate with, let's say, like, I don't know, like another dimension, or maybe with the Lemurians or with the Syrian people. It's incredible, but that is not something that I'm interested in bringing into this space, because it's more about us leaning in and trusting that whatever's coming through is creating a powerful effect, and really us letting go of the mind that wants to understand it all, and it's beautiful and incredible, but we wanna go on to this other polarity of becoming a full-blown channel, like Pisces energy to the fullest. We want to become that channel for consciousness without having to understand it from the logical mind. So we're going to be leading into just this sacred exploration. Again, this is a game. Like, let's not take it seriously. We're just playing here like kids, right? Like kids love to speak like language. I don't know if you've ever tried it with kids, but it's incredible. They've done it, and they do it by nature, and we all probably did it. We started to like giggle things when we were kids, and maybe our parents said like, what are you doing? What are you talking? What is that? Or whatever, no? Maybe different experiences, but you know, kids really get it and they know that this is a game, and they know that this is something that they can play with, and it's fun, and you know, they're more open to all this cosmic realm because they're less conditioned than when we are adult, and then we have to do all that work of deconditioning ourselves, right? So we're just approaching this space with that childlike energy, the curiosity, the excitement to see what comes through today. We don't know. This is a mystery. What will come through? I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see. So we're gonna lean in and see what happens. Debbie, I feel like this work and playfulness helps heal the inner child. Totally. That's one of the pillars of the work that I do for that reason, because you know, I don't know if you're super familiar with astrology, but I have my Saturn on my fifth house, and the fifth house is the house that has to do with creative expression and the inner child, and like children in general. And Saturn brings all the shadows, like all the discomfort, all the things that you really have to work hard for, and that eventually you become a master at, but that it will take you hard work, and it will take you a lot of commitment, and it will take you years and years of leaning in. So this is eventually the work that I can share with everyone, because for me, connecting with my inner child has been the medicine for my own healing. And that is why, like, from my own lived experience, I saw that this is what we need, especially as adults. We need more spaces where we can just lean in and know that we're not going to be judged, that we're going to be celebrated for every weird thing, beautiful, divine thing that comes up, and knowing that that is divine, right? So totally, this is like based on inner child healing, and this is part of the healing that we're doing as well. Juliet saw two sisters this morning communicating through it together, and my heart just melted. I love that. Parents weren't interfering, so Jawalaho. Wow. Wow. I'm getting all the chills. That's incredible. I love it. I freaking love it. I want to see more of this in the world. Oh my god. And you know what? Like recently I was as well walking down the street with my sister, with Anna, and we started to like speak in light language as well. It was like a freaking glitch for everyone. But we do it all the time because we're just here to be glitches anyway. So we may as well do it. And if kids are doing it, like they're showing us the way always. Like they're always remembering us. What is it that we forgot? So I'll to that. Let's freaking lean in and do it, because if they're doing it, there's something that we need to learn from that for sure. Joanna, and I have it in the third house that is ready with communication. Saturn. Okay, amazing. Yeah, it makes sense then that, you know, this has been one of the pillars of these callings that you've been feeling onto, leaning into voice and medicine music, and that you're exploring that now. So congratulations for leaning in and doing and committing to it, because this is ultimately the mastery that you're going to be awakening to, right? And remembering. I love that. Amazing. Okay. So how are you feeling knowing that we're going to be doing this little practice now? Drop in the chat a word. How are you feeling, or what's present for you right now before we go a little bit into a meditative space, and then it still makes me nervous, but so excited, ready to play. Amazing. Let's fucking go. I love that. All the feels are present. I love it. All the range of emotions. Connecting with little me who wanted to be a singer. Yes! Well, little you is still in you, so yeah, you're granting her that desire now, having invested just being in this space now. So well done for honoring her and for letting her out and play with us. That's incredible. Okay, my loves, let's do it. Let's do it. I invite you to close your eyes. Just find a comfortable seated position. Also, if you want to have your phone next to you, if you also feel a desire to record yourself in that expression, I invite you to have it close. I definitely invite you to do it. Even if you want to record yourself, I feel like that's another edge. And yeah, it can be very healing as well to witness yourself in that expression. Even if you don't share it, you know, just having it for yourself can really be a game changer. Okay, and from this space, I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Connect with the sensations of the body. How are you feeling? What is present within you? Maybe placing one hand on top of your heart, hand on top of your womb. And just setting that intention to approach this practice, to approach this space with that playful energy, that curiosity, with that eagerness to also explore what else has your voice in store for you today. And also connecting with the intention of becoming a channel for divine consciousness. What is it that life, that God, that great spirit, that the great mother, however you want to call it, what is it that she wants to channel through you? And really setting the intention to become that divine instrument, trusting and knowing that you're being held, that you're being supported, even by your ancestors who are here cheering you up to do this work, to lean in, to liberate yourself and all of the people in your lineage from all sort of repression, from all the change, from all the times that they couldn't use their voices. You are going to be using yours powerfully for them as well. So really feeling into their presence. Taking a deep breath together. And now keeping your eyes closed. I'm going to do a little light language activation myself first, and then I'm going to invite each one of you to come into the space and meet yourself and share the divine codes that you are here to share with us today. Nayoya narayo, akiranaya, yanaratsara yanara, yakatana, yoa, yoa, yo, eo, eo, eo. Nia, yakatara, narayana, kiri, 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 yukia, narakatara, kana, taratara, eyakia, yerakia, ro, ainaratara, yiri, tiri, aranana, shua. Yaya narakestana, yaya, shonaya, shonaya. Shonaya yo Naya 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 na 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 ya ra ya na ra 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 Shona na 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 na. Taking a deep breath. And now I'm going to be inviting one of you to come along and share. And here I'm going to also ask you to be just mindful of time, maybe like a minute or so. And what I might do as well is to very subtly play the guitar whenever we have surpassed the 1 minute, just to let you know, because I know that this can take us to places. So I'm gonna invite now Juliet to meet herself and share with us.
Varna Sharna Morna Bu Akatakatakaru. Kuru 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 kuru. Wak. Alalala hulu. Arna Sharna Morna Mu. Ekena hola muna o. Kena, 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 kena. Kena ina na o. 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 O.
Thank you, beautiful Juliet. That was incredible. Wow. Okay, next up, Joanna. Would you like to share with us?
Daim takananda Oendanaim tüfsta Andriakatanan ke alayam toita, toita danan tioktanaya, itana, akiondanan baneta, akiondananeta, na kyoto, yana ketana tularaman, ayanantana yoto. Ayana Tyoto Yo Anantaya Taya Ayum Tanantaya Tona Uana Kyoko Chutanama Dosh Taya Ayantarom Amonda Yaktoktushantu Ayushtukata Amprieta Tatu Kalananta Yukata Ayoyan, ayoyan taye, ayoyan taye katoya tayan, ayan na, akyoto tayo.
Thank you, beautiful. That was incredible. I cannot stop smiling. Gosh, I could see your like bliss in your face as well. That was super beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Alexia, would you like to go next?
La 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 ka na 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 yo ya ya na ma na na ka na ma na la na na ka la ma na ya na ma Karamanala, Kavala, Kasanamala, la, la.
Thank you, beautiful Alexia. Thank you for that cosmic transmission. Okay, so Debbie, mic is yours.
Oh, mana 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 me. Ma na 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 na. Mana 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 mana.
Thank you, Debbie. That was amazing. Oh my God. Wow. Invitation to just like close your eyes for a second and just feel into what awakened within you. What is it that you felt? What is it that you remembered? What is it that you experienced? Sharing your unique divine expression, but also receiving these unique frequencies from your sisters. And I invite you to share with us just maybe one word, couple of words of what is it, this remembrance that you experience. Using the chat to share with us. What is it that came through? Freedom, yes, freedom. We remember that we're always free, right? To play and to be ourselves. Unity. Yeah. Very powerful. It was incredible to witness you all in your own unique frequency, to really realize how unique each one of us are, and yet how precious and needed, no? All these different expressions are for the world. So I really hope that you also get to anchor that a little bit deeper into your body. I was imagining my grandma voicing this for me. Whoa, getting all the chills. That's it. That is why, yes, working with voice is ancestral healing, especially for all the things that we have experienced as women in this lifetime, but also in past lifetimes, right? Right, where we're not able to even show up in our medicine, like medicine woman expression or healer expression, because we were burned or killed or persecuted, or we just had to shut down to protect ourselves and to protect our families and our kids and our whatever, right? So this is very powerful healing work for that reason. So that's incredible that you could feel that in your own transmission. Love, my pure spirit talking. You. Wow, that was powerful. I celebrate you all for leaning in. I know it takes so much courage, right, to show up in this divine expression that, yeah, the mind sometimes tries to prevent, because it's like, wait, what is this thing that you're like talking about? Like, people are gonna think you're crazy. People are gonna think you're just like lost completely your mind. Well, in a world where most of the things are upside down in our society, that is actually something to celebrate. So every time that someone says that to me, I'm like, thank you. That is a compliment. I'm even gonna express myself more unapologetically now, because if you're saying that I'm totally crazy, that's a good sign. Thank you. So wow, thank you so much for living in and tuning into these exercises and holding the space with so much love, and yeah, just for holding the space with love for each other, right? This is part of the energetic field that we have all been creating, and it's very precious, and we have all co-created that. So I honor you for that as well. Serious question: how do we go on with life when all we want to do is sing and come together in sisterhood all day long? Well, you just create a life where that's what you do on a daily. That's what I created for myself, so you can definitely do that as well. I didn't know a year ago that I would be doing this sort of work in my life, and Great Spirit just showed me the way, and it was like, this is what you're meant to do. What are you doing? Leave astrology, leave everything behind. What? Get? Like, it was like this call that I received for myself, that it was all about singing more, it was all about having more fun and creating the spaces so women can remember that this is part of their nature and their healing. So Juliet, maybe there is something there for you. I don't know. You'll have to explore it. I cannot say it for you, but all I can do is provide the space so you can continue to explore this if you want. And this is something that I wanted to share with you as well, which you know already. That I've been co-creating this space, which is my voice mastermind, where for 13 weeks we get to do this work like consistently in a beautiful, loving space of sisterhood, where we get to lean in, where we get to more depths of what our voice has in store for us, where we can come and understand really what is all the magic that happens when you understand how it is produced, how it is channeled, how can I even like take the most out of it using my astrology codes, my unique way of showing up in the world. We dive deep into all of that. So my invitation and my highest service is to say, if you want to deepen into doing this work and you want to keep committing to unleashing more of your authentic expression, come join us at the calling. Come join us, because if you have already experienced such powerful transformation in 3 days, imagine in 30 weeks. It's like, it's like, yes, there's many ways, right, to liberate our voices and to keep like showing up powerfully, and it's incredible. But this is very healing work, not only because you will feel more able to show up, powerfully, to own the stages, to own the online space, to own your message, your medicine, I had one of the clients that went through the first round of the calling, which, to be honest, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing at the first time. I was like, I channeled this whole journey in the same way that you channel light language and you're like, what is this thing that I'm doing? I channeled the whole journey of the calling without really knowing how it would turn up, right? And I was like, okay, I'm trusting the information that I was guided, and I'm just gonna lead this journey for the women and see what happens. So I approached it, right? This is how working with, for example, like language and opening the channel can also help you in trusting more of what you create in your life and in your business, because you are constantly being a channel. And I channeled that vision for this space. And turns out one of my clients, who is already an 8-figure mentor that joined the calling, she was like joining because she had some throat issues that she was experiencing, and she was like, I want to work on this. I know it's time. I want to do it with you. I trust you. I see your expression. I want that. I want some of that in my life. And she left the calling actually having awakened to her true soul's calling. So right now she's offering her retreats. She's like embracing more of her psychic abilities. She's now trusting more her expression. She's showing up in a very different and empowered and embodied way. And I'm like, yeah, yes, that is the work, right? Because when we work with voice, we work with the depths of our being, and we channel all that energy. And sometimes something that can come up for you is going to be completely like transforming your life in ways that maybe you don't even know, right? And this is what happened for her. And another client who you already know, Anna, I supported her in her journey of as well liberating her singing voice, and to then own the stage in this conference in Denver where we attended, right? And she was the MC and owned the freaking space like a queen. Like, she was incredible. And Debbie, you were there, you know. So I supported her inside that container as well, in working with, okay, the embodiment on stage and how to use her voice powerfully. And you know, it really depends on where you are in your journey, but it doesn't really matter where you find yourself, because there is always this next edge that you feel the desire to embody, right? And this is the space for you to come in and to commit for the length of 3 months, almost. It's gonna be 4 months, 13 weeks of actual live calls and activities happening. But at the end of the day, because there's Christmas in between and there's going to be a lot of like integration weeks in between, so there's going to be plenty of spaciousness as well for you to, you know, dive deep into all the modules and all the content, and to integrate the practices and all the activations. We're going to be doing this work of committing to our voices, exploring new edges, and really like seeing what else do we have to uncover inside our soul. What is it that we are here to share? So if you decide to keep doing this work, I invite you to join, and I'm also giving you the chance to do so if you do it this week with an incredible bonus that is going to be expiring on Sunday. So the original price of the calling is 3333, but right now I'm offering it at 2444, and with a VIP treatment bonus that is already worth almost the investment. So that means that if you joined before Sunday, you also get the VIP bonus, which includes 3 one-on-one sessions with me where we tackle anything that you want to work on. Anything, maybe it's about like, okay, liberating ancestral trauma through the voice, awakening more of your true expression. We dive deep into that. Maybe you want to go into your astrology chart and see, okay, what else is there for me? What is it that is moving through me, and how can I take the most out of this energy? Okay, we dive deep into the astrology. If you just want to maybe have some hands-on support on how you're building your brand, or how you're channeling your offers, or how you are building your presence online, we can also work on that. So there's this space where, you know, you'll have 3-hour sessions with me where I'm going to be all yours to help you support with anything that you need the support with in terms of voice and expression and showing up online and creating your legacy here. So this is also something that's going to be included for the same price, plus something that I always like to share at the beginning of the stage of this journey, an astrology reading where we go in depth at your astrology codes and look at the transit and look at what is your unique way of showing up in the world using very key placements that we uncover more of, so you can just become more aware of in what way you're here to share with your voice, because it's going to be different. We've seen our expression with that language. Debbie's expression is different to Alexa's expression. Why would you be creating something in the world that looks and feels equal? It's just nonsense, right? So we dive deep into how to actually, how to actually take more of that out into the world and to embrace it. So this is what I'm offering you, and you have the opportunity to join by Sunday. So Sunday midnight is going to be the moment where this expires, and then as well in the next few weeks the price is going to go up, and the bonuses are going to be expiring. So if you're feeling the desire, if you're like, okay, hell yes, I'm in, this is the work that I'm committed to do, I want to experience more of this magic because I know there's more to me that I can share with the world, like you've seen these days, come join us. It's gonna be incredible. And the sisterhood is gonna be insane, so I cannot wait to support you, beautiful women. So let me just read on the chat. The calling when you never want this to end. Exactly. It's like you don't have to end it here if you don't want to. Yes, go on. I'm committing to it right now. Yes, I'll be there. My logical mind wants to talk me out of it, but my soul is feeling so cold. Cheers! Celebrating you for listening to that call and acting on it. That's one of the most courageous things that you can do. So I celebrate you big time, sister. So I'll be sending you the details over email, and you can as well like think about it. If you are feeling the call, but maybe you're still like having some self-doubt, you can also message me on Instagram and let's have a chat and let's explore where you're at and how this could also support you in your journey, and what is it that you're feeling called to deepen your awareness and your work into. And yeah, my loves, let's freaking do this. Let's uncover more of these beautiful voice that we all have to hear to share. And yes, my DMs are open if you want to have a chat. And in the meantime, just thanking you all for your courage, for the bravery that you've had, that you have embodied this day, showing up, committing to doing this work, taking up the space in new, edgy ways, and really showing more of your unique, beautiful essence. It's been a truly honor for me. It's been an honor for me to share this journey with you, and I hope that we can continue to work together, my loves. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much with you all. Same. I'm like this. Like I cannot do anything about this. I have to do some gua sha now to release this. But this is medicine, so let's keep smiling. Okay, my loves, thank you so much, and look forward to keep supporting you on the chat, on the Telegram. Feel free to drop your breakthroughs, transformations. We're gonna have the space open until Wednesday, and I'm also gonna be sharing some briefs and some shares on things that just intuitively feel the call to share with you. So let's keep leaning in and using the space in the ways that you feel are gonna be more supportive. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, for your presence, for your love, and I love you all. I love you all. Take care. Thank you for this epic journey inside Beyond Board. Celebrating you all. Bye, beautiful beings.